is 7:03. We do have a quorum. Do we have a volunteer for the invocation?
I'll do it. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight with a grateful heart for all the good things that you do for us, Lord. We come to you to work on the things in this town that need to be worked on and do the right thing for the townspeople. Lord, help us to always make good decisions as we see fit. Lord, we thank you again for everything you do for us. In Christ's precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
And if you'll join with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Robbins,
Present.
O'Berry,
Present.
Smith,
Here.
Wilson,
Here.
Hensley,
Present.
Myers,
Present.
Brown,
Crazy.
Pat,
Next on the agenda is our consent agenda. Everybody on council got copies of the minutes last week, save one. Do you need, Adam, since you were out?
No, I'm standing over here. Yeah, I looked at all that.
And just for the record, Adam was out last week due to health issues with family. Is there a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second,
Madam Clerk, will you call the
Robbins,
Yay.
O'Berry,
Yay.
Smith,
Yay.
Wilson,
yay?
That's some discrepancies, but I'll go
Yay.
with
Myers,
Yeah.
Brown,
And the consent agenda passes. Next on the agenda, citizens' comments.
New citizens, I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. You're fine.
Okay, I just have a couple of things. First of all, I have a question. Is there any reason why we can't have a trash can put up at the park, at Triangle Park? Because I know there's one at the clubhouse and I know, but it's not anymore. And I know I see picnickers there, and if we're walking and I can't throw anything down, I'll try and put it in someone else's trash can. But, you know, I don't know why it was taken away or anything, but if we could have at least one there, inside the fence or outside the fence, it doesn't.
There was an old no one there when council decided to do away with no trash cans, you got them on. I don't know why.
They got old and then
One had been replaced with blue plastic.
Yeah, there's one at the clubhouse that maybe there should be. And then the dogs wouldn't be able to get to it either. But that would be good. And the second thing, I've noticed going around town, I don't have addresses or anything, and I don't know what the policy is anymore with grass cutting. Because even right on Jarratt Avenue, there's a house next, all I know him is Spud, because he worked with me up at Horsehead. But that grass must be a foot and a half, if not more.
How good is it?
It's still Main Street that I my waist high.
Okay.
Well,
How-
I told you
how
that right
wet is-
now, with the way the rain has been, I don't know about y'all's yards.
Mine
We've
is
got a lot
trying
of
to,
yards.
mine's about yay high, and the guy been working on it today, and he tore my yard all to pieces because it's soaking wet.
Exactly.
But he's
I told
trying to
you
get it
not-
down so it'll dry some.
Don't get on people yet. Give them another week or so of dry weather. Because honest to God, I mean, James Lacey has tried to cut our grass, he's trying to cut Mama's grass, he's trying to cut Kenny's grass. And, you know, ours is not waist high yet, but they're high. Because he can't get the lawnmower out there. And if that's on our case, then.
One of them's an empty house.
Is it
One of them's an
empty
empty house on the right up here, yeah.
Is that the one where the corner and then?
It's right beside, the one right before you get to where the new ones
The
are.
new
Right beside
Yeah,
the
and
bush.
that one's empty, but that's the one that's almost waist high.
Yeah.
And then the second brick one from Allen Road up against the house, I mean, the ladies, it almost to her window sill.
Right. So, I mean.
Judy has actually sent a letter to the owner of one beside Spud.
Oh, okay, cause that is kind of, you know, everyone else keeps their yard nice right around it, and I know that there's been questions asked, so I was just passing it on.
Until we get out of the monsoon season, that's so hard to tell somebody to go out there and cut your grass when the lawnmower mires up to the wheels. So let's be a little bit patient. I know it looks bad. I know it looks bad.
The house you're talking about,
It's been
I
like
know
that for a
exact
month.
house you're talking about.
Well, it's
She
been raining
called
for a
me
while.
about her light pole.
Oh, there's someone that lives there?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
haven't ever
I
seen
went
anyone.
there, I went there and talked to her about it. I called Mr. Green, Mr. Lynn, and we went there and taken care of that. And while we were there, I reminded her that we do have an ordinance and that she needed to cut her grass. And she said, her son-in-law is coming. I assumed
From
she
New
meant
York.
this year.
Yeah, I know.
But it has been mentioned to her. She said she.
Question, if for some reason water, what the Sam Hill level, and you can't get the grass cut, how much do y'all charge to cut it?
75.
Well, don't come to my yard, set it on fire, cause you can't get in there, it's water.
I know, Ruth. I know.
Oh, I thought it was 50. I didn't know it was 150. Okay.
75.
75.
It's 75.
I mean, cause I,
And then
no,
if you warn them and give them a date, and then we cut it to 75. But, honest, our guys can't even get on some of these pieces.
So y'all still have the policy where the supervisors, on his rounds, they give y'all a list of things?
Oh, okay. So that's still
Yes.
in, okay.
And Judy gives them a list every Tuesday and Friday of anybody who has not paid their $35 a month, you know, for the trash pickup. So, yeah, Judy's staying on top of that. And our guys are real good about giving us the addresses where waste time. I got you. I got you. I think it's gonna take a bush hog by the time
Get out there where we need or something.
it's something.
Okay, but.
I mean, my yard's been wet too, but Jimmy's been going over 2 or 3 times.
I was looking at somebody cutting the grass today, and, I looked at James Lacey, I said, well, he can cut grass. He said, yeah, but that's a higher lot than ours.
Yeah, it all
Ours
depends
is-
where you're located.
Exactly. Kenny's in a swamp.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I am
Out
too.
there. Right.
water just standing in my yard.
Yeah, exactly. We still got water in the mud puddles.
I know, right? Third item, which I really hate to bring up, but, Milliki's. His, on both sides now, it's like a junkyard, and he has a big sign, out there, we buy old cars, and, I mean, I know the town at one time did have him clean his act up, but, you know, we have a couple of businesses out that way, and when they have people come from out of town and see that, I mean, I see it every Sunday when I go to church, and Wednesday when we go to Bible study, and it's just, it gets worse and worse, and it's
Can't get out of
terrible.
it.
Oh, it's just gotten really bad.
Need to look into change that back to residential.
It just,
It was at one time.
well, it's not a
Well, isn't
business
Jarratt-
anymore. Huh?
And Jarratt on her, I can't even talk. I'll get it out in a minute. Jarratt Avenue, all of those old houses that need to be tore down, but you can't do it. I mean, it don't look no worse than that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
it does.
No, it don't.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
does. And I've
does.
had people to call me still complaining about it.
'Cause they look awful. Jarratt Avenue looks like a ghost town.
Well, if they're condemned and you got the money, you can rip them down.
They never did anything with, the old funeral home, and there was one other that was supposed to be torn down that didn't get done. But any,
Corner of Jarratt Avenue, Braxton and Jarratt.
okay. So, those were the only other things, and then, well, with Veliky, I don't know what the town did before when they got him to clean up. That was years ago.
Kenny said he could
If he
just
was
call him.
cold, was illegal, but he did clean it up.
Yeah, he did
Kenny
clean
said
it
he could
up.
just call him and he
Oh, that's right,
cleaned it
Kenny
up,
was
and
mayor,
He said every time he called him, he'd clean it up for a little while and then he'd go back.
but it's
Get
really
in there.
bad.
That make them clean it up.
Well,
Yeah.
that or somebody changed the zoning map and
Yeah.
we didn't know.
We can discuss the restaurant to know what the status is over there.
Are you asking that too?
Yeah,
Is that
just
normal?
asking what, yeah, after Veliky, I'm just asking about the restaurant.
Okay.
We've had several people
Yeah,
ask
and
too.
we'll actually add that.
That'll be
number
on the-
t- Number
okay.
10,
Okay.
under old business.
Okay, all right, that's all, thank you.
Anybody else? Citizens? Okay.
Alright, so right on to our old business.
Our first order of business is for the council to adopt the rules of council ordinance, with the change that we made last week at the work session, and that was to take the zoning administrator's duties away from town manager and put it into the clerk, which it had always been. So, got that done today and reprinted them for everybody, for all council. Do I hear a motion to accept?
Make a motion to accept.
Is there a second?
Second.
Madam Clerk, we have a motion and a second to adopt the draft rules of council ordinance. Will you call?
Rollins,
Yay.
Newberry,
No.
Smith,
Yay.
Wilson. Yay. Henry,
Yay.
Myers,
Yeah.
Grant.
Yay.
And it passes. Equipment
I have a copy of it that I need everybody to sign. I will pass it around, for everybody to sign it. It's got the, the little chart. Let me see if I put it in here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yes, just pass it around. We talked about the equipment purchases at the, work session. We have purchased, y'all help me, Adam, was it the air compressor or was it the, pressure washer?
Pressure washer, I had to give the air compressor.
That's fine. We have got the pressure washer, waiting on the air compressor, and Adam has just been too busy and too, it's not had time. Eric Spack gave us a checkoff sheet for the truck so that they can check off whether there's, the fuel level is good, whether the tire pressure is good, and other things. And, we have made copies of that checkoff sheet for our guys, and they are supposed to be using that to make sure that before they head out in the truck, the big truck, the leaf truck, the trash truck, and all this, that things have been done, so that is being done. The VDOT on Susan Street, I have not heard from them, but, it takes time for them to do things. I have been told that who were making the problems have kind of settled down. There's not as much up and down, fast driving and all this as it was. Somebody has talked to the person who was the biggest offender, and right now it seems like that person is not doing what he was doing. So when VDOT comes out, you know, they're gonna check the number of cars that go up and down that street and that kind of thing. And so we'll just have to see what they decide, whether they want to put speeds on there or not. The Skyjack that we had for sale and the pipes that we had for sale, we got 2 bids on those, and the one bid was for $10,000, and the other one was much lower than that, so we accepted the $10,000 bid, and we have the money in hand. So those 2 items, the Skyjack and all those pipes, will be gone shortly. The fella hasn't picked them up yet. Somebody mentioned at the work session there was a gas tank at the restaurant. Tank sitting out there, you know, all by itself. I think it got unearthed when the guys were cleaning up around there. There was a lot of junk, you know, in the back. And so they set the gas tank out there just because they didn't know what to do with it. So we were going to take it down to the Bruton building and put it in the shed. And one of the guys that worked brought and get the gas tank back. Yes, dear.
This was a 100-pound cylinder. This was a small, not small, medium size. It
Right.
was, and it didn't belong to a gas company.
Exactly.
So it was nothing. It wasn't placard. So
No.
we have no idea who it belongs to.
Right. Don't know who used it, don't know when it was used or if it was used. So anyway, it is off the property.
Good deal.
It is gone. Kid and son are remodeling the building. They have been working this week and worked some last week. He would like a draw on his money so that he can buy the materials, thank you. His total bid, not counting the sidewalk, was $15,000. So he would like an $8,000 draw, if that's okay with everybody. Would you please, I think maybe we need a vote on that with somebody, please.
Has he done any work?
Oh, he's done a lot of work.
Has he been paid for what he's done?
No, he has not gotten a dime. So he said he could pay for the materials and then come in and put them in. But I think it's,
No, if we owe him money, that's okay.
well, I'm sorry.
That $8,000, isn't that included in our bills that we just approved?
Yes, it is. Oh, well, thank you. I was gonna get y'all to approve it again. Prove it twice.
Just making sure
Just-
we
you're
weren't
right,
adding
you're right.
an additional.
Well, I have revised that list of bills about 5 times today because every time I turned around, something else came along. So thank you. Yes, it was approved. The picnic tables, we had 2 donated. They are out here. One's under the tree, one's under the shed, so that the guys, if it ever gets to be picnic weather where it's nice enough to eat outdoors, they will have it. So they are here. They were donated to the town, and we are going to give the person who donated the tables $100 gift certificate card for Walmart. He wouldn't take a dime for them. So we're gonna give him a Walmart $100 card.
Don't you think $100 card to the restaurant would keep the money in town?
Good idea. Except they don't go out to eat much. Especially Mexican, I'm not sure.
He's at Babs every morning, well, whatever you wanna call it now. Slip in, he's at the slip in every morning, so.
Do they have gift cards? Can I get a gift card? That would be a good idea. That would be a good idea.
I know he's up there every morning.
Yeah.
That would still keep it in the town too.
Yeah, good idea. Let me check with them, see if they do that. Yeah, good idea. Everything we can keep it down, better for us. The sound system, Ann, have you heard anything from the guy? I have not. system people. I've not heard a
No,
word.
I think Chipper has been talking about this.
Okay.
About our sound system. Yeah, Chipper's been talking to us.
Who?
Chipper
Oh,
Brown.
Chipper, okay.
And Pat,
Uh-huh.
we probably really need to get the electrician to look at the switch,
Okay.
because all you have to do is wiggle that switch and it works.
I know he came up here and looked. He said you could get it working, but it's playing out. He couldn't guarantee it.
Well, like she said, I don't know whether it was Mr. Rose or not, he
Yeah.
checked it, but even if the switch worked, the equipment is old. It's not.
This right here is only 2 years old.
The box, and that's the
Yep.
switch that's
This
iffy.
is only, and to turn all of this on,
Mhm.
you have the switch down
Right.
here. And that switch is what's loose and wiggly, jiggly.
That system is fine if everybody would use it the way it needs to be used, but when you put it on your shirt or your lapel or whatever, you get that.
Well, see, this box right here
Yeah.
is what's actually working these right here.
Right. But see, those are away from you, so if everybody would speak
But you
into
can bring
those.
it to you.
You can bring them to
Yeah, bring them to you, but don't.
This works, I can't look.
Yeah. There you go. But you know, it's like the, if y'all have ever heard the folks on 911, they go, James Lacey says, I can't understand a word they're saying because they got the mic right in their face. Where you've got it,
Yep.
it's a good distance. And if you speak into the mic, people can generally hear. So if we do it right, it probably
It'll
will
work
fine.
right.
Yeah, it'll work fine. But anyway, we'll keep working with it. Restaurant, you wanted number 10. I talked to Alex several times today. His problem right now was finding somebody with a dumpster. He checked with 3 different companies, and for some reason, that address had been blocked. One company I called today, they do not service this area. They have 2 customers in this area that are grandfathered in, but they have backed out of this area. And the other 2, Alex has talked to, and they will not bring the dumpster here. He went to Emporia today, and what I think, he went from one place to another looking at dumpsters and getting phone numbers for companies. And he finally found a company that will bring a dumpster to the site. It's gonna be more expensive than it is in Stony Creek, but he said that's okay, he's willing to pay it. Ma'am?
But right now, bring one up there.
That's what I told him the other day. When I
Yeah.
stopped in there.
I don't know if you checked with them or not. I don't know.
Anything that'll go in a dumpster.
He does.
Because he'll take it to the landfill.
They take it to the landfill.
It's just those are.
He's got one now, he's
Those
got
are
one.
roll-off boxes.
And that's what is holding up the approval, I think, from the health department. So he doesn't have a date, but the health department has to come out and do an inspection, and then, once they do, and approve it, he's ready to open.
You have dumpsters or grandfather down in the corner.
Forward and so he's just waiting for the dumpster in the health department. And Sussex County, I was so mad at them. Sussex County got his application over a month ago, well over a month ago, probably a month and a half ago. Did nothing with it. He called a week or so ahead of his opening saying, can you get out here and do my inspection? Oh, we don't have an inspector. And the inspector that we used from another county, wherever it was, can't get here. Health reasons or whatever, I don't know. So Sussex County sat on that application for almost a month. When he could have had the application, gone somewhere else, somebody else could have been ready to do the health inspection. So we had a meeting the other night. The 4 towns in Sussex County met with the administrator, the deputy administrator, and someone that came and did a presentation for us. And the first thing they asked us, does anybody have anything to say? And I said, absolutely, I do, and I told them about that. The administrator's comment was, well, that's the health department, and we have no jurisdiction of the health department. And I'm like, I didn't call him a bad name, I didn't say anything mean, but everybody in the room was, not real happy about that. No, he doesn't, the health department is not underneath the administrator, that's right. But he is head of the county, he could get something done. So anyway, Alex has gone somewhere else besides Sussex County to get his health inspection.
Brunswick County.
And Brunswick.
So we
Can do
might be shooting for September.
I'm hoping before.
He told us middle of August, but I mean, we're in the middle of August.
I know.
Well, originally we were thinking the 15th.
He was ready.
He told me
he was
Thursday,
ready
August
to roll
29th.
August 1st. He got Petersburg at one point, and they do a pre-inspection, and then 10 days later they do an inspection. So, it's just,
Red tape.
yes. And he was ready to roll August the 1st. So right now, we don't have a date, but hopefully it's very soon. Under new business?
I missed that.
Yeah, sure,
Real quick.
yeah.
I asked you check with waste management. I mean,
No,
and we
no, it was that waste management was not the one I checked with.
I couldn't share with you.
No, I only had one phone number. Alex checked with the others. Alex talked with the others.
I'm sorry.
Um,
But the other ones are grandfathered in.
Yeah, the one's down at the slip in and no one forward are grandfathered
It's
in.
settled now, it's done.
Yeah,
I don't understand, that doesn't make sense, I mean,
didn't make sense to me either.
Because they're coming this way anyway.
Exactly. Well, I told the guy I talked to, I said, you've got two right there. We're about a half mile.
Yeah.
It wouldn't take you 10 minutes.
Who services the farmer's market?
waste man,
Waste management does? I thought it did. Yeah, that's the
that's
third.
what doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's another
They
third.
come right, go right by it to go over here.
Exactly, I agree.
Down here.
At the farmer's market. What?
There were no dumpsters down there last, we went right here behind that building, just for sale.
No.
No,
He's talking about the prison farmer's market.
Prison. DOC's farmer's market.
But you get the dumpsters down here, but
the DOC market.
Yeah, DOC market. That's what I was talking about.
the ones that up here behind the bank, they were moved last week, they're gone. Unless
They are. Hotel.
Yeah, well,
Alright, so next on the agenda, our new business.
We finished the waste management and the,
yeah, I mean, I'm all about supporting local businesses, but it just doesn't make sense why they wouldn't
I agree.
make a right turn and come
Exactly.
out of the all down the street.
Well, that was
I don't
my,
understand, do they understand exactly what we're talking about?
yes, I talked to 2 different people today because I didn't like what the first one said, so I turned around and called back and got a different person. And both of them said the
Yeah.
same thing.
Quick question, Miss Pat.
Yes,
When does when does the rent start? August? Start in August?
he has already paid his deposit. It is supposed to start in August.
Yeah, I hate that he lost a month. I just want to see what council thought of that, because that mean that it ain't on him, it's on the Department of
It's
Health.
not him, exactly.
He's ready.
Would y'all be willing to,
No,
would
it
y'all
ain't
be
on us
willing to
neither, but I
waive?
want to set him up for success is what I want to do.
Make a motion to waive it.
I don't want him to start in the hole.
Well,
I mean, because he's already done it.
I agree.
It's just a lot of work in that restaurant.
Right.
It looks immaculate on the inside.
Yes. I think people are going to be shocked.
The colors,
They
everything
walk in
looks
that door.
great. I mean, it's.
Alright, make a motion.
I just want to see how the council felt about it. That was a question.
I agree with you.
Ask the question.
That's a question. I just wanted to see what y'all thought. What y'all thinking?
Would you be willing to waive August rent?
The way we've always done it with all the other tenants, they did not start paying rent until they
The
opened.
day they open.
They open.
But if he opens August 29th, he'll owe September rent.
Correct.
Okay. Alright, is that
That's the
agreeable with
way we-
everybody?
Yeah.
That's the way everybody else has been paying.
Okay.
I don't want him to pay you a month in the hole
I don't
with
either.
with a business he can't open yet.
Well, I figured that you had to put us in the hole.
Wait his rent until he moves in and starts. September first.
Second, that
Alright, we've got a motion and a second that until he opens the doors and starts operating, that he will not pay
Correct.
Madam Clerk.
Rollins,
yay.
Woodbury,
Yay.
Smith,
Yay.
Wilson,
Yay.
Bentley,
Yay.
Minor,
Yay.
Graham,
Yes.
And it passes.
Alright, good. I think we would be happy to know that, and I think that's the right way to treat people. I've got under new business, clubhouse renovations. This is something completely out of left field. Somebody walked in here the other day. They worked for a trucking company. He said, "Are y'all willing to let the clubhouse be renovated completely, top to bottom, east to west, north to south? In exchange, if the clubhouse belongs to the town, in exchange for a complete renovation of the property, this trucking company would like to use it for meetings that they have, when they bring in some of their big guns, and then they bring in their drivers, and they sit down and, like a day meeting, here and there. Not
A conference center or a conference.
kind of like that. Yeah, the tables and chairs, and they'll renovate the kitchen and do whatever is there. And then they will use it when they need to have meetings. It might be once a month, it might be once a quarter, it might be twice a month, who knows? But their meetings probably would be daytime meetings in the middle of the week, or sometime Monday through Friday. I don't see them using it on weekends. But if it's completely renovated, then someone who wants it for a wedding reception or this kind of stuff, it would be fixed. Now, I talked to the fellow again this week, and I said, "Can you give me a name of somebody to call at your headquarters and talk to?" He said, "I've got a meeting at the headquarters next week," which is not this week, next week. He said, "Let me talk about it again, make sure that they are agreeable with it." He said they've done this in many places where there are other terminals. Thank you. That's a good word. That's the word for it. He said they've done it in several other places, and they have taken something that was like Jam Club, they have renovated it, and they use it when they have a meeting in that area. So, I'm afraid to get my hopes up that we could get that clubhouse completely renovated, but maybe.
I'm just gonna add to that, cause I work for that company too. And he approached me this morning about it. He has also been up there and took some pictures that he's taken back with him. And he goes to show them, I guess, I'm assuming he just got outside pictures, because he don't have access to inside. To show them what it looks like and approach them with that.
So, he knows.
It's one of these.
I didn't know they did this till this morning, so I was clueless until he approached me about it. Cause he knows I come to the town meeting, so.
Right, it's one of these things where it's almost too good to be true,
But it does happen.
But it does happen, so we'll see, I mean.
What are they asking
And
for?
it can't hurt, but I mean, and I'm just gonna be upfront and honest with you, when we have meetings, we never have any meetings big enough to need to utilize the building. I'm just thinking they might do this as tax write-off, I don't know.
Oh, that's
I mean, if they're gonna pay to fix it, then pay to fix it.
It's $1 billion company.
Yeah.
He said, you know, as far as the renovations that it would take up there, that's a drop in the bucket to them. They, you know,
Like Tina said, it's probably a tax write-off for them
And-
because the conference room that GMI, PMS, whatever you call it, takes care of the people when they're gone.
they have been renting Gold Leaf Commons, but he said that a lot of times is not available to them on the
That's
days
not true.
that they.
That's not true.
No,
That's not
they're
true.
not, okay.
Well, if that's a
That's
lot,
not-
then some others may be.
It could
That's
be.
why I said-
Yeah.
I'm not getting into it, he can
Right.
handle it, but I was just letting you know that he did tell me he came and took some pictures and take back with him, so they can see what the building looks like, and go from there.
We'll see.
You'll have to get some more information.
I'm not getting my
Yeah.
hopes up.
At our next work session.
Yeah.
We
The
can-
driver lives at the bottom door.
He lives across the street from me.
Okay.
Very nice man. Yeah.
While you're on the clubhouse, cause I keep forgetting it, but is now a good time to ask if I can go
Sure. Yeah.
get some of that stuff that was mine that I would like to have back? I mean, it's not mine now, but I would like to have.
Ruth, call me, give me a time and, you know, a date and time that you're gonna go.
You sold to the town?
I don't want it all, it's just a select few things I want.
So did you want to buy them back?
If I, well, it depends. Cause I don't know what to bet for.
Better take it all.
No, I don't want it all, see.
The problem is that you won't have any kickback to the town. It's gone, it's gone.
But just
No,
call,
I don't
just
want it
call me,
all.
call me, Ruth, and just give me a time and a date. Rather not do it on weekends if we could, because
Well, I can see, I wouldn't have to do that on weekends.
Right.
That, I was
Right.
trying to get everybody,
right,
this is just me.
right. Just give me a time, just call me anytime, tell me a date and time you wanna go. I'll try to get somebody there, one of our guys that works here, or somebody that will volunteer to go, we'll do it.
All right, thank you.
Real quick, Miss Pat, when a gentleman calls you back, just ask what they're looking for. They're looking for like a 20-year lease on the building?
Oh,
Or
no,
like,
no, they're not looking for a lease, rent, or
No.
anything.
I mean, no,
In other words,
are they
they're not
wanting us
gonna
to waive it for like 20 years is what I'm
The
asking.
way he explained to me this morning was, if they could, when he goes and approaches them,
Yeah.
and then they may say they'll renovate the whole building, or they may say they're just gonna give a lump sum of money to the town
To do it.
help renovate it.
Right?
It's wishy-washy right now.
Yeah,
But then they just wanna be able to utilize it when they
we
want
need
to.
it. We
Right.
need it. I got you.
It's not a rent agreement, it's not a
Yeah,
lease
it's
agreement.
not
It
a lot of
belongs to us.
information involved yet.
It
Okay.
belongs to us,
Yeah.
they will just call us
He
and
needs
say
to
you
come
need
and
it.
meet the council, is what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the one to do it, it would be somebody above him that would need to come.
Yeah, he's just a truck driver.
He's just a truck driver.
Everything-
But he's been
everything
given
makes
the,
a decision, he's-
but he's been given the option, I mean,
She said.
It takes a lot of talking and a good
Yeah.
contract.
right,
I mean,
But-
you need to talk to the person that's gonna be doing it, not he said, she said, they said.
Right.
We need to know the
Yeah.
stipulations.
Once he
of
goes
the
back
law.
down to Birmingham and talks to them folks, if y'all got any questions, I'll be glad to give you the oldest name and
They do.
we probably will need it.
Thank you, Pete.
He needs to contact us.
Yeah, definitely, somebody will have to come and speak to council on this, yes.
Wait for it to leave.
A work session or whatever. Something you.
I have a question,
Uh-huh.
for the mayor. Do you remember, excuse me, I'm sorry. Do you remember, when that roof was put on that building and who did it? It's been since.
2016. It was 2016. Yeah, it was 2016. Lorenzo,
I remember that one. Couldn't
Lorenzo,
remember his last name. And was a black gentleman and his sons.
Mhm.
They were working down here on this building. They put a new roof on that building
They did.
with the gutters, cause they screwed up the gutters. Oh, sorry, they messed up the gutters.
But yeah, they did the roof. It was 2016, I think. It was after July.
It was not.
Remember Rick's?
Well, 8
Yeah.
years later,
Rick's,
and
that's
it's
it,
Yes.
Rick's, that's who it was.
That's exactly
I
what it
thought
was.
it was Rick's, but I couldn't remember.
well, it's 8 years later and the roof is leaking.
Well, it may be. Because you want the water on the floor, but not on the tables. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, that's exactly what
So
they
it
said,
could've run
that-
into
and
one
they
of those
said it could be
windows.
coming through the windows.
Could be on the windows?
That could be.
But we just need to check, we don't know. Cause I think if it's leaking from the ceiling and there's tables and there's water under the table, not on the tables. If
The
it's
table
going through
should
the
be wet.
windows, it could be,
The table should be wet.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
See, that's, I was not told that. So, I was just told something.
Yeah.
No spots on the
And those windows are old.
But I mean, we just needed it for record, I couldn't
Need
remember.
verification.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hail damage around here, so we're gonna do an inspection on that contractor take it.
Could be.
Yeah, cause there's more and more houses I'm finding out. Mine had damage. So it's worthwhile to get somebody to take a look. I didn't know we had hail.
I didn't either.
Our neighbors
Well, we
said
did.
it did.
On July the 18th.
The attic vents, they could be leaking as well, but if you don't have water damage on the tiles,
I don't know whether they were or not.
yeah.
I was just wondering.
Next was our computer policy.
The next thing is the policy on office and computer access. I just rewrote it, to revise it, because it's been a while since it had been revised. It was in the packet of things that the council got. It, talks about office access, who has keys, how many keys. Town office will remain locked at all times when, clerk or either Judy or myself is not there, it will remain locked at all times. Computer access, the 2 employees, Judy and myself, to the computers. They will be password protected, virus protection, non-sharing of passwords with other people. Town's computers will not be left on when they're not in use. Just general information about who can get into computers, who can be in the building, who has keys. So,
There's one section in here that needs clarification. You know which one I'm gonna ask? Why does the maintenance supervisor need access to the office?
because he comes in at 7:30 in the morning.
No,
we don't
the
come in.
building,
Oh, not to the office.
but
They
it's,
don't have nothing.
but it actually says,
says under office
access.
it actually says that the office supervisor.
It says office keys, but you want to say
No
the,
building.
Yeah.
Building keys.
Yeah, the
okay,
exterior,
okay.
not the actual.
No, not the office, no, not the
So that
office.
needs to actually
Okay.
be readjusted.
All right,
Because he does not need office.
no, not, okay. Let me revise that and we'll bring it back next
Yeah,
time.
could I address that also? What, the October the 15th, 2015, it was a policy. I think 2015, maybe you remember,
Yes,
you wrote it.
yep, somewhere around in there.
That, in other words, if you go do this policy, you should have a statement here to delete October 15th, and you take that off the books.
Okay.
And I agree with the maintenance supervisor when you say keys, she should
Well,
only have the key to
He
the,
gets into the
get into
bathroom.
the building, not in the office.
Right, not
Space.
office, not office.
And the, president of council always had a key through all the years that I was around, and you're leaving the president
have.
of council office.
Council president has always.
They had access to the computers and the office, but that's up to whatever y'all want to do, that's the way it has been done in the past. I would rework that policy myself, but that's up to you.
Yeah, so we're gonna need to.
Okay, we'll revise that and bring it back next week, next month. Okay? Just an announcement, I guess this should actually go into the announcements section. The candidates form, August the 26th in Emporia. Anybody running for any office can go. You can get your name in the pot and you can stand up on the stage and you can tell people what you stand for, what you are there for, why you're running. And there will be questions from the audience. And I think Cecil is the one that told me that the audience will be able to write their questions down, hand them in, and the moderator will ask the question. So you don't know whose question's coming from necessarily. And so you'll be able to answer questions that people have. And this is open to anybody running for office, Jarratt, Emporia, Greensville County, statewide, you know. You may have some people running for governor coming down, you know. It's just a forum for anybody who wants to get their message out to the public. And you're welcome, you know, you don't have to sign up, you just show up and tell them who you are and what you're running for.
Well, then you have to let,
Fred.
Ahead of time?
You have to give your name to him. He's
Right,
the
that
chairman.
night.
I think he
No,
wants a
ahead of
list.
time.
He wants a list ahead of time?
Yeah.
Okay. But Fred is the GOP chairman for Greensville
Just
County.
give him a call and tell him that you will be participating in the forum.
Right. And if you need his name and phone number, I think it was on the sheet, I'll look, but call the office and we'll find it for you.
I'm $1 late, a day late and $1 short. I got it backwards, cause I was gonna get, when you were on the computers, I got an email on my phone, maybe last month, inviting me to get on QuickBooks. Why do I need to get on QuickBooks?
Don't know.
I've still got it on my phone. It come from her.
Is that the payroll one?
I don't know about no payroll, but it come in here.
I think they were holding a.
And I'm like, why do I need QuickBooks?
Show it to me, please. 'cause
I'm gonna see if I
did
can-
not- I have not sent out any invitations to QuickBooks at
Well, see,
all.
that's what I didn't know whether it was a
Delete it.
spam, scam,
Damn.
kicking up
If
grass.
you don't know, you can see the person, just delete that
It could be,
email.
let me
Well,
see.
I was gonna say something last week or last month and I forgot it.
To check your check?
Would you show it to me? I'm telling you, there's so much scam going on, Ruth, I don't
But no,
know.
I was talking about,
Things can happen.
I got one.
You got
But-
one from me?
But, I think it was self-generated through QuickBooks, but it was, you could log on to see your paycheck information.
I don't care nothing about
So,
it.
I kind of figured you added the
I
payroll
probably did,
onto
Yeah.
QuickBooks, because we never spent the extra money. We just did it ourselves because it's fairly easy and it's less expensive. So I just assumed you added payroll on it, because I got an email, but
Okay.
I can't tell you when, but it was to log on and see
See
your
your
payroll
paycheck,
information.
okay.
Yeah.
Evidently,
Into the old QuickBooks.
the old QuickBooks is gone. that has been deleted,
And all that information is lost.
gone. It's gone off these computers. Evidently QuickBooks generated it.
I don't know if I'm looking at Facebook or say email.
Yeah, cause I got it too.
I got it too, wasn't it like some kind of training?
Some kind of training if you wanted to, and it might be shaky.
Well, mine wasn't, mine was so that you could see your payroll
Oh,
information.
really?
Yeah.
That's kind of
You got Miss Pat.
self-generated.
I think we all got it.
Okay.
I think all the council members, you got it.
Well, I don't understand why, cause I don't need it. Why would I need it?
You get a payroll check.
I don't care. Why would I need it? It's not, that's not my, that's for the people that work in the office to work on, not me.
Well, Ruth, I think after everybody said they got it, I think QuickBooks generated it.
Yeah.
Automatically.
I think
New
so.
system. and
That's what I think.
New system,
Oh,
right?
no, it didn't, it said the time.
It invited you.
Yeah. You invited to use QuickBooks Workforce.
Yeah, you have to
That's-
put your
Attend is
password.
Yeah, I think you
It
have
didn't
one.
come from you, it come from, somebody.
Somebody.
It come from the town of Jarratt.
Okay.
The do not reply, which is spam, which it looks like a malware or spam, like.
Yeah.
'cause
So
we
I'm
probably don't
gonna
have
delete
fire, yeah, we probably don't have
That's a good
firewalls.
idea.
That doesn't look like a legitimate email. That says do not reply Intel. That is what the email address is.
It came from Intuit. I just removed it.
Yeah, Intuit. I can't even get it to pop all the way up, but it says do not reply. Came from a do not reply email.
I'm gonna delete it.
Okay. You get rid of it. Okay.
It's
that's
gone.
good. Okay. All right.
Cause I knew it, I've been there meaning, I can't talk, meaning to ask about it, and I kept forgetting it, but when you was talking about computers, I know it ain't got nothing to do with
It
QuickBooks,
does. It
but
does.
that's the first thing come to my mind, QuickBooks, asked to quit, and then you went on to something else before I could ask.
Okay. Well, Ruth, all you do, just raise your hand and say, I got something to say. All right. We are
I hate
planning
phone.
to have a forum of
Work,
our own.
we skipped the work section.
What else?
Yeah, the number.
Cancel the work session.
Oh, skipping the,
It's late today.
skip the work session on September the 2nd. I skipped the skip. Labor Day is September the 2nd, so that's the Monday, the first Monday, so we're just gonna skip the work session, go straight to, September the 9th for the council meeting. Next month, on the 9th, we're gonna do our own forum. We're gonna have everybody who's running, for council, if they wish, do the same thing these folks are doing in Emporia. Give us, what are you, why are you running? What are you standing for? Why are you here? What's going on? What do you wanna do? What do you wanna change? What do you wanna see happen? And the people sitting out here, and hopefully lots of these chairs, will get a chance to ask you a question.
Ask without sending a note. They can ask the question.
Yes,
Okay.
they can ask a question, or if you would rather, people write it down as they come in the door, or whatever, and not Becky asked this person, and Cecil asked somebody, and Cassie asked somebody, you know, if you'd rather have it written down, we can do it that way. Or do it any way you like, if that's more
And we do need
conducive
to,
to.
we do need to look at something else too, the size of our building. Because us that are running for reelection won't be sitting up here.
No.
We
They will not.
be next, so when you're looking at all of us, there's a total of 11 people that are running. So you'll have 11 people out here, that does not leave us very much space.
Can't you 11 just line up against a wooden panel, just make a road?
Yeah, I mean, you could, and we can do this.
So I mean, it just, it just doesn't leave a whole lot of space.
No. I don't think we're gonna have a boatload of people. If we do, that would be wonderful. I hope so. I hope we do. Yeah, we could just, line up here, get your chair, or we'll use these chairs and line them up and have everybody sitting here. And,
Well, we got the clubhouse if you wanna consider it, because it's down there, air conditioning's working.
That thing stinks
So,
of mold and mildew.
Well, it
we have a
hasn't been
problem with,
open
She
for
says
long.
it's moldy and mildew.
Well, they said the roof may or may not be leaking. Something.
I think there's enough room right along here to seat 11 people.
yeah, I think so. We'll work it out. We'll make sure that everybody can, yeah, we'll make you stand up there.
We can sit right up here, hang our feet off.
I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I look down there and see the floor and I just fall. I don't like heights.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter says it's pill time.
Do you need us to take a quick break so you can do that?
Oh, no, I'm not. No. The last thing is the scholarship program, and after talking with, everybody at the work session, we decided that if we did not have a Greensville and a Sussex senior in high school apply for these scholarships, the money is available, and we will give it to someone in the town who applies and is eligible. Yes, ma'am.
I'm just being silly. I'm just being silly.
You gonna go back to college, Ruth, and we're gonna give you some money?
No, I don't want no parts of it.
With the scholarship program, I think I gave everybody a copy. I think I sent you a copy. It just says that if nobody applies, that is a high school senior, or if one applies, in Greensville, we'll give that one, and $500 for Sussex is still available. We will give that money to someone who applies and is eligible. Tonight, it gives me the greatest pleasure to have Cassie Flanagan here.
Look at that
Cassie.
smile.
Put you in the spotlight, darling. Nobody from Greensville or Sussex in high school applied this year. So we have $1,000 available. And Cassie applied. So we told her to send in an application. We'll see what the council says, and they said, wonderful, it's great. Cassie, I have a check here for $1,000.
Congratulations.
It is not-
Congratulations.
The check is made payable to Southside Virginia Community College, which is where Cassie is going. That is in the written part of our program here, is that we pay it to the college. But we hope hey. Oh,
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
The bottom part stays with us.
Yeah.
That's okay. If she had taken it all, I would have gotten it back. But anyway, we are so happy to have Cassie apply. Happy for you. Cassie is going through the nursing program?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And one of the things that Cassie wants to do is maybe be a flight nurse. Cassie has been working with the Jarratt Volunteer Fire Department for a number of years now. I guess you started as a cadet?
No, actually, I started when I was 18.
18, okay. But she's been working with them now for several years. And
Oh, we know how you are.
Cassie runs a lot of homes. So we're delighted. That is something really great, Cassie, for us to end on a great note tonight.
And Cassie always seems to be the top call.
Yeah, I don't know about this year with school, but.
She
Do the best you
responds.
do.
think she does. I think she does a great job. Her name gets called a lot when they have the fire department dinner, appreciation dinner. Cassie's name gets called a lot. So she does a lot for the town. So Cassie, we think you are really a good candidate for this. And we appreciate all you do for the town and have done for the town. So good for you, girl. We like to see young people that do that. That's all I have.
Alright, we don't have any further business to discuss.
Comments from anybody?
Any other citizens' comments? Alright, with that